Hello, and basically I thought today, literally it's Sunday night, I thought I'd just do a quick update video. We're pretty much at the end of January, and I wanted to just do an update video on where we're at with the agency in terms of from a monetary perspective. I've literally just done our last sort of 7.5 months account, so I'm going to be running through everything in terms of how much money the agency's made in the last 7.5 months, from sales to cost to profit, so you can literally see everything, be totally transparent with you. And then also just where we're up to in terms of, as an agency, what we're focusing on, how the last couple of months have been. I've been really inconsistent with sort of doing these videos just because I've been so busy with the agency. But I do want to try and do at least one of these each month to just document the journey. So, even if no one's really watching this, I can look back on this and see where we're at this stage. And what I was thinking, what we're doing monetary wise, and hopefully I'll look back and think, and be a lot further on, a lot further down the journey. But yeah, to start with, from a monetary perspective, I say I've just done the last 7.5 months accounts. So we've done about, I've just got it written down here, we've done about £78,000 in sales in the last pretty much 7.5 months. So about 7.5 months, we've done £78,000, so just over 10 grand a month, really. And if I break that down for you, in terms of sort of where them sales, what that revenue's come from, I've done about 45 grand of that has come from website, so website design and development. That is something really we pushed at the last sort of 4 months of last year. That was pretty much where my focus was, selling websites and we're, building them. Then we probably did it just over £20,000 in marketing packages. So that's just paid ads, so Facebook and Google ads, predominantly Facebook ads to be honest. And our biggest focus has been on Facebook lead generation ads. So working with companies like garden room companies, flooring companies, blind companies. We've done quite a lot with home improvement. We've done quite a lot with static caravan parks. So yeah, just over sort of 20 grand with that. And then the other sort of 14 grand was made up of doing little bits of SEO. So we've done a little bit of SEO work on some of our websites. We also host our websites. We charge 30 quid a month to host the websites that are with us. So we get pretty much about £1,000 a month in hosting. And then recently we've been offering training packages so when I've been speaking to a business and maybe they're not at the stage yet where they can afford to work with us on sort of like a monthly basis for say Facebook ads, I've been doing sort of a half a day training session with them, which is, it's nice for me to do. It's nice for me to chat to different business owners and not cut anyone out in terms of them being too small, but it provides them with a lot of value so they can start basically going ahead, setting up their own ads and knowing, I guess, what we would do for them. So we've been doing quite a lot of training sessions recently. We've been charging sort of £250, £300 for sort of half a day training session. So we've been selling quite a lot of them recently, and then the other bit is come from sort of graphic design, logos, flyers, all that sort of work. So yeah, so we've got about 45 grand websites, about 20-ish grand sort of Facebook ads and Google ads management, and then the other 14 grand has come from sort of like all them odd bits I've just talked about. So in terms of like a cost perspective, how much of this has been a cost. So we've had just about 19 grand of that has been costs. The biggest proportion of this has gone to freelancers. So we don't really work with anyone in terms of we don't work with people on like Fiverr or Upwork. We have a good all English sort of close-knit group of freelancers we work with, which I'd say literally like sort of 50% of their work may come from us. So we work with them really closely, basically become a semi sort of in-house team, so we can, we can offer a really good quality standard and quality work to our clients, but also communication can be really quick. So yeah, the biggest proportion of that cost was to freelancers, and then we also had some cost to our own marketing. We run a lot of ads ourselves, so about 3-4 grand of that has been in marketing spend, and then the rest of it's just made up of like software, our server, insurance, all them other little costs that come with running a business. So that's pretty much left us with about 59,500, nearly £60,000 in profit in the last sort of 7.5 months. So yeah, we're definitely still on that journey of growth. We're definitely still very much sort of growing, but I'm fairly happy with that, and the last month has been really good. So I'm hoping that come sort of like March, I'm hoping to get our reoccurring revenue to about £10,000 a month, and then at that stage we should be really doing £10,000 to £15,000 a month, £10,000 a month in terms of reoccurring revenue, and then another £5,000 in terms of, you know, website sales, you know, one-off sales that we do. You know, if we go do some filming for a client, if we go do some content creation, if we do websites, all them I'd class as sort of one-off sales. So yeah, that's where I'm hoping to get to. We're definitely still on that journey of growth, but it seems crazy that I was looking back at this, like on some old pay slips I used to get. So it was only a year and a half ago that I was still sort of working a 9-to-5 job, training to be an accountant, absolutely hating it. And some old pay slips, you know, my pay was absolutely terrible. Like, I look back through the business bank, and now in some days I'm making more than my old salary was. So yeah, definitely an achievement, but definitely still a long way to go. And this next year I really want to focus on growing the agency, growing out the team, putting the systems in place, so that at the moment a lot of the business is, you know, it's me. So without me selling, you know, without me organising work to be done or doing the work myself, you know, it wouldn't be happening. So I really want to this next year sort of systemize it, get people on board. You know, I don't want a huge team, but get a couple of people on board and really focus on the, you know, getting good clients, increasing the caliber of client we're working with. Because one big area we were finding was we're doing a lot of these small websites for small businesses, and although it's great and, you know, we're making a lot of money from that in terms of constant sales, the problem was that you tend to find some of the smallest businesses that are paying the least amount of money expect the absolute most from you. So they drain your time, they have high expectations even though they're paying very little amount of money. Whereas some of our best clients are our biggest ones, and although they might be paying us the most money per month, they just seem to sort of let us crack on. Their expectations are different. We seem to have a good working relationship. They're not literally, if we're not getting sales within 2 days, they're not hounding us. So I think really this next year we're trying to increase the quality and the caliber of clients we're working with. Like, we've literally just this last week done a website quote, a £6,000 website, that's literally just gone out for a fairly decent sized company. So these are the sort of jobs we want to progress onto, and we want to basically move away from working with, as you would say, that bottom of the barrel sort of client. Like, don't get me wrong, I love working with small businesses, but you can't be expected to do the amount of work that some people expect for very little money. Like, we need to now focus on, you know, what's making us money and increasing the sort of, now we've got some really good case studies, we've worked with quite a lot of clients now, we've got, you know, fairly decent local brand sort of reputation, all positive reviews. We're really in the place now to start, you know, I guess punching for them higher and bigger clients, and better quality clients really. So that's sort of the next I guess goal, next aim for this next year. So yeah, we're in a good place, definitely still growth to be had, but yeah, that's where we're at the moment. So I'll probably finish this video now. If there's anything you want to make me, you know, anything you want me to make a video on, I'm more than happy to. It's just trying to find the time at the moment to sort of fit it in, you know, alongside work. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the sort of update video. I'm going to try and make more of these. Any questions, anything you need to know, just drop me a message on Instagram. More than happy to sort of, yeah, you know, help. But anyway, cheers, have a good rest of the week, and I'll speak to you later.